Welcome to Landriank on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears and live an awesome life. So I want to talk today about renewal. As you can see, we have some sun coming out here in my backyard. You can also see that there's a lot of snow here. We just had a pretty big snowfall. It's December of 2017. Atlanta had one heck of a snowfall. I can hear my neighbor. He's probably waiting to come out here and have a snowball fight with me. And as you can also see, my magnolia tree dumped a big branch. The reason why that is because it's not well suited for snow. It can't handle the weight of this snow, and so some of these branches are falling down. It's like anything in life. I want to talk today about renewal and how everything has its season, its time, and how all of us go through our changes. Oh, my neighbor's out there having a snowball fight. I might have to join them. We all go through renewal, and I want to talk to you about that right now. Oops, I should probably get away from this tree because it's dumping some big things of snow. So let's talk about renewal. I'm going to take this inside. Our sun is out. Just wanted to share the beauty of snow, which you may be used to or not. I don't know, but we don't see it very often here in Atlanta. It's really a positive, fun thing. So let's talk about that, and I'll meet you inside. So we're back inside. On my way back in from my beautiful snowy backyard, my neighbors were out having another snowball fight, so I had to go in the front yard and take a break. And this time I wore long gloves. You don't have to tell me twice not to wear these cutoffs. I think I still have frostbite from yesterday's snowball fight. That snow's melting right now. It's going to be gone. I want to talk about impermanence. I want to talk about what we mourn, what we look to, and how we have a really, I'd say, unrealistic idea of permanence, impermanence, and how things work. Nothing is static. What's static mean? Something stays exactly the same. A scientist used to think that we lived in a static universe. In other words, all the planets and sun and everything, it revolved, but it wasn't expanding. It was staying exactly the same. Well, that's ridiculous. We know that that's not only not true, that galaxies are moving away from us faster than the speed of light, faster than the speed of light. The speed that scientists also said could not be broken at one point. Nothing could be faster. So what do we keep hearing? We keep hearing that scientists keep changing the rules according to what they think is true. And the truth is, there are no rules. There's no limits to anything. The only thing we have in place are the laws of the universe, and that is, for human beings, free will. I don't know how it works anyplace else. We have free will here as humans, and expansion is always happening, always, in every way. Nothing stays static. Of course it doesn't. Your body is, changing, you're aging, renewing. And I want to talk about this because we hang on to permanence, what we think is permanence. And we become dissatisfied when things change, sometimes in a way that we don't prefer. So we hang on to it, and we're not open to endings, change. This earth will at some point expire and turn into something else. It will. Now, I had a vision, and I asked for an answer about what was going to happen to our planet, and the answer was world without end. It didn't say earth without end. It said world without end. Well, I didn't really understand what that meant because I don't read the Bible, but I do know that's like a part of a prayer, right? World without end means this existence will never cease, because even if the planet, the 2-year-old child, my cat, now is going to vie for my attention, so I apologize for the crinkling bag in the background. World without end means that all of the realities ever were and ever will be already exist. There is no such thing as time. So all of these realities can continually play out in completely different ways. Your past, your present, your future. They can be redone. They can go over and over. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't really need to go back and do that. But it is possible to relive your life in a completely different way in every possible scenario. In fact, they're probably all going on at the same time, right? There's no such thing as time. But I don't want to get into the semantics because I don't have all the answers, and the human brain is not able to comprehend what is real and what really is and what we are. So let's just talk about what we know for sure, and that everything changes constantly. Everything. Everything has its season. That snow is beautiful, came down. It's going to melt. It's going to turn into something else. It never goes away. It's going to go back up into the atmosphere. It's going to go into the ground. It's going to be utilized by the plants. It's going to do so many different things. And you're no different. You're not just a static human being walking around. Everything you do and think and your energy is affecting everything around you, the other people, the universe. Everything's connected, and just like that snow that's melting out there will become a different purpose. I think I might have to sneeze. I will turn the mic off if I have to do that. It creates a different purpose. So I think we think of like even death or the end of a job or whatever is an ending, instead of thinking of it as a transition into something else. We think of things as endings. There's no such thing as an ending. Nothing can be, energy cannot be created nor destroyed. There's no beginning, there's no ending. It just always was. Mind-blowing, yes. But let's not, like I said, analyze that, or else we will lose our minds. But let's just know that that is true. So nothing that you are or anybody else is or anything, even material thing, really ends. It just transitions into something else. And at some point, even all the garbage dumps will not look like that. At some point, those items and things in there will continually change, sometimes in a negative way, which might pollute our earth. We make decisions along the way as to what we're creating, what we're manifesting. It's going to have a cause and effect. And that's the important part that you need to focus on. Not that there is loss. There's no such thing as loss. So if you lose a job, you're not really losing a job. An opening has been created for you to move into something else. But because we hang on to that as loss, we hang on to, lack of money as loss. We get so hung up and focused on that we're not pulling out of that energy. Does this make sense? So when you think you have loss, you're sending the message of loss. Even in death. Somebody was talking to me the other day about my family. And I was saying, I lost 5 people, and I'm including my dog in that, within a very short period of time, suddenly. These were not long drawn out illnesses or anything. So they were sort of, wow, oh, okay. And I was talking about it, and it's fairly recent. And somebody said, you seem to be okay with it. And I said, yes, I'm totally okay with it, because I don't think of them as ending. I know that they're not in my present reality, but in essence, sometimes they are. They come to me in dreams, and I get to visit then. And I know that that is just as real as this is, and sometimes more real. I know that they were part of my team. I know that we all served a purpose with each other. Wonderful people. And I know they transitioned for whatever reason. I know that they continue on. I know that they're in an absolutely awesome, awesome place, becoming much lighter and brighter in a more, let's say, advanced and accelerated way than we can here. We can accelerate our advancement here, but there's no time. We have linear time here. On the other side, it could be like 500 years, and, it could be like a couple hours here, and they're already on to something else. So I just think of them as transitioned energies that were a part of mine, and that I know I'll see them again, and I know it's going to be a blink of an eye because we're not here that long. I don't look at things as great loss. It's not that I don't have feelings for that. It's not that I don't miss certain things, or when certain things happen that I don't want them to be different. I still have those emotions, but I know that everything's a transition to something else. And when I can switch my mind and think of it that way, the new thing, the new opportunity comes in, and it's always greater than where I was. I continually progress. I want you to think about that. Are you progressing, or have you gone from some place and it's gotten worse and worse and worse? And when I say worse, I don't mean like just material things. Have you progressed personally, spiritually, in your spirit, in how you handle things and how you feel? Or has it gotten worse? Has your personal life, your material world expanded, or has it gotten worse? So if you look at it and say, you know, a few years ago, I never really thought of myself as anything but a human being, then you have progressed. You're progressing. And maybe there have been some challenges along the way. That's okay. Those are all going to change. All those are changed, because now that you're connecting to you, the true you, which is the highest thing, all that exists, everything that exists, you're now opening gateways. Now, when you're hung up on the ending of things and, not being able to let go, including material items, that doesn't end. The abundance doesn't end. The car's gonna, die someday. The furniture, the roof, deteriorates. Things are constantly progressing. It is not a negative thing. It's not, oh, it's wearing out, it's old, including your body. Sometimes it sucks to get older if you're not in shape or whatever, but that's cause and effect. If you have not been taking care of yourself along the way, you're going to feel the effects later on of that transition of that energy. It's why it's so important to take care of yourself. That's why I work out. That's why I'm trying to eat as healthy as possible. That's why I still have fun. I still, I don't live in a vacuum. I still know how to have fun, because that's just as important too. Elevating yourself and not thinking of things as endings or trying to grasp onto them, because that says that you don't believe there's something else better out there. You're afraid the world's going to end. And then everybody out there that is hanging on to this, oh my God, the world is coming to an end and everything's, the assumption is that's a bad thing. So I always say, okay, there's a planet out there of real jerks. There's a planet out there, real jerks. We're talking, these are the most dense beings. They have no respect for each other or their planet, and they're just ravaging that planet. And it's one of the most beautiful planets in the universe. I think we should be afraid of them, don't you? They would have no regard for us. If we showed up, if they wanted something of ours, they would plow over us. They have no regard. They're not connected to anything other than what they want. That's a very dangerous planet. And they're absolutely destroying their own planet. That is a very dangerous place. I would never want to live on that planet. Guess what the planet's name is? Yeah, it's Earth. So if you're out there and you're another species, another entity, and you see this, I'd be petrified to show myself here. Because every time we see any kind of UFO, they're always shooting at it. Let's shoot it and kill it. If it's something we don't know, let's kill it. And we're allowed to do that. If you see some poor animal that's, God forbid, something different, people will kill it. Look what I have, and everybody goes, oh, not why did you kill it? We accept this. We're the most destructive entity, energy. Maybe there's another one worse than us. If it is, it's blown up. They blew themselves up. We can stop that from happening. There is no end to anything. But I'm going to tell you something. If we don't get our act together and start thinking about expansion, renewal, transition, everything, it's all positive. It's all good. You never lose anything. If you are open to that, you will constantly get more and better and more and better and more and better. Not because you want me to get it, but because it's expansive and beautiful for everybody. Prosperity, abundance, health, wealth, joy, peace. We don't need all the stuff. If we're living in joy and peace, the stuff is irrelevant. If we can focus on that, we can save this planet, and nobody's going to come in and interfere and say, you guys had your chance. World without end may not include us. Why? We're destructive. When do we change that? Now. If there is one thought in your head that's negative, you're contributing to the destruction of the planet. I hate to be so dramatic, but it is true. That's a negative force. It doesn't matter what that thought is. It's a negative thought, and it contributes to the collective consciousness in a negative way. And there's no such thing. It's a made-up reality for you. It's a made-up concept. Let's take that one thought and look at it. It's probably bullcrap. Somebody treated me bad, or my job is bad, or whatever. Oh, I'm getting a real bad negative vibe right now. I don't even like to talk about it. Okay, I got to clear that out. We must focus on what we are. Pure, endless, transitional energy, expansive energy. Expand out into that light and love. Expand into the abundance. Expand into the joy. Expand to others. Expand that joy to others. You are pure, harmonious, happy, powerful, loving, whole and perfect energy. Experiencing things. It transitions. That's all you're doing. You're transitioning from this experience to this one, to this one, to this vibration, to this frequency, to this whatever. There is no end to anything. So when you can let go of that concept and understand that everything transitions, never look at anything as a loss. It's a transition, including your body. That's going to be the most incredible day. And when you realize you didn't, not only are you out of it, you're not feeling pain, that you didn't feel pain when you transitioned. It wasn't a negative experience. In fact, it was awesome. It's going to be the most incredible feeling. You're going to be on the in the etheric, cosmos, looking down, going, "Oh my God, it's all so clear now. I'm back into that space that I am, that oneness, that huge oneness. There it is, that body, and people crying, and oh my gosh, and I'm so joyful." And look at how we view this. Instead of celebrating the transition, instead of celebrating the change. Well, I guess the universe is sending me something incredible. What is it? What do I need to do? The snow's melting right now. And tomorrow it's going to be 50 degrees. And then the next day, and the next day, and the next day. And then soon you and I won't be here in these bodies. What are you going to do with your opportunity right now? Are you going to celebrate change and quit fighting it? Are you going to say, what's next, and embrace it? And when you have a challenge, you say, what am I supposed to do with this? I'm going to do something incredible with this. I'm going to embrace it. I'm going to learn from this. And this message to the universe is, I'm always okay. I'm always abundant. I always have everything I need, even if it's the lesson. Because the more I embrace that, the less I will get those lessons that create a little bit of uncomfortableness. The less you'll get them. You don't need them anymore, because you're going to be in a total peaceful place that's okay with supposed loss. You're going to see it totally different. You're going to celebrate it. Even a job loss. Wow, whew, I wasn't going to quit that job. They finally got rid of me. Thank God, because I'd have never left there and I was miserable. It wasn't working. Now what? The gateway's just open. Now what? Wow, okay, this is exciting. I can remember that feeling when things didn't happen. You're like, whew, woo, including relationships. Wow, now what? Holy cow, anything I want. Anything I want. That wasn't working. It's neither good nor bad. It was an experience. Blessings to you. Blessings to my family who transitioned. They're with me. They're never gone. Nothing's ever gone. All those experiences, if you do not use all these experiences for positive, let's say, positive frequencies, like positive focus, positive, let's say, building on your understanding of what you are. It's all beautiful. All of it. So I want to share something with you. Okay, I'll do that in the next video because I want to be focused on this. All change is just transition. There is no ending. Ever. World without end. World without end. Including you. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. Science. No situation is really static. Is static. No loss that you have cannot be relived in another reality. You get to control that reality. You get to control your reality. All of it. All of it. You are whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. My positive energy is coming back. That's good, because I want to end this on a good note. You are a miracle worker. We will no longer need to use that word because miracles will be things that we do every day and you are doing every day. Know it. Believe it. It is true. When do you come out of the cloud, the fog, and start to embrace that? Namaste.